music. 3 chords, all beautiful. I'm just using triads. 1, the C, 4, the F, and A minor, the 6. I'm gonna add an open string just to make it a little lush. The reason it sounds a little lush to me is because with the F, check this out, what happens here. Getting the major 7, but the E in relation to the F is the major 7. I'm gonna use shuffleboard. I'm gonna try and lush it a little bit. But now a question rises, what happens if I change the order? So, works as well. And what happens if I change the colors? F minor. I don't really like the motion to A minor, so I'm gonna switch the order. So C1 with a 6 and F minor, minor 6 with the open D. One more time. Slider there. Bass. I'm gonna change one more thing. Check this out. What I did there is I added the 6 to the C. So C major 7 6. Two things. So C major 7 6, the open string, A minor with a D on top, to F major 7 with a D. We're getting somewhere. Check this out. So C major 7 6, open string, A minor 7 shell with D and open string, F 6 to F minor 6. I'm gonna change some stuff. So in my mind, I'm trying to get that F. I'm doing a different bass motion, a descending bass motion to lead me to this F major 7. Check this out. I'm gonna repeat that again and I'll say what's happening here. C major 7 to 6. G first inversion, 5 first inversion to A minor 6, bass motion to F6. One more time. What's really interesting about this progression is that we're learning about harmony and time, but we're forced to play this loop. For me, practicing music in time, trying to create, is a really helpful way to understand what's happening. And talking on top of it is definitely challenging. Check this out. C6, B7, E minor, F major 7 to G sus, C major 7, B7, E minor, F. In my mind, I keep going to that F as a target point, but I added a G now. Secondary down of E minor, going to E minor, F. I don't even have to go to the G. Let's see how it sounds without the G. G7, 5 to the 3, going to E minor, shell, maybe doubling the E, the G, sorry. Just try to see how it sounds if I play it faster. Also works, and I did one more thing. On the E minor, I added a 9. Check this out. I'll slow down. B7, E minor, shell with a 9. So I have F sharp on top. So music doesn't have to be complicated, but I think the exploration of sounds, even when we're just in the key of C, while we tag the information, B7, E minor, F, then we can sing the bass. 2, 5, 3, Mi, 3, 5. Sorry, we're just hearing this. 5 or 3. Feels like a song. 5 or 3, B7. So I'm playing basically, check this out, I'll play it one more time. 7, 5 or 3 going to 3 and then chromatic. So 3, flat 3, 2, G sus, G, or basically it's F over G. It's like quick chords in lo-fi and chords. And I didn't like the time there, so I'll try to correct it. So it's you can always go deeper with the chords, deeper with the sound, deeper with the feel. Thank you. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for listening. I think for me, the biggest thing here and the interesting exercise in this kind of thing is that we're grooving into some rhythm, to some pulse, and that pulse gives us this context of exploration and gives us a lot of the energy for these sounds that we're exploring. What I was trying to do is just hearing some stuff around C with tries, and I tried to add more things as we went. Open string, the 7 shell chords, and then I tried to find some passing chords to create more color. I think playing these things slowly is really important, and then once you're more comfortable, you can kind of improvise, like I'm kind of talking through and trying how things sound and how things look like. And that exploration is really a big part of learning to me. Thanks again for listening. Thanks for checking it out. I'll see you very soon. Peace out.